realized I can move this one. Am I in view of the thingy? Okay, I'm gonna read the introduction. Sorry, I suddenly got very overwhelmed. I mean, how do you even make a book in this time? Do you remember the beginning of COVID, everyone was like, Shakespeare wrote King Lear in the pandemic, and I was like, cool, what about everyone who died? That's gonna be me. And then not only did I not die, but I made this. You only get one life, and it's already started, but you do get to decide which direction to go. I've spent a lot of time as a person focused on getting through the hard parts. When you're in a dark place and processing complicated emotions or challenges, just trying to stay afloat makes sense. It's not always easy, but it's an easy enough plan. Don't die. Okay, yes. Don't quit, right? Good idea, thank you. It gets better. So I've been told. In my own lived experience, most good advice is rooted in the same concept. Hang in there, baby, because this too shall pass. This book is not expert advice on how to be a person. If anything, this is me trying to explain that I didn't know what to anticipate of my life, and though I've since exceeded my very modest goals, I'm still figuring it out as I go. By managing expectations, by holding on to my core truths, by finding hope and possibility and humor in the darkness, I have found a way to be okay. Sometimes, people tell you that they had a dream from a young age. They didn't take no for an answer, and they manifested the shit out of it. So now they're the kind of person who says, just believe in yourself. And it feels like maybe they're onto something. Please know that I don't feel like that person. All I've ever done is try to get through the parts I didn't love and enjoy the parts I do because I understand that neither lasts forever. Part of what makes things better in time is that you yourself get better, you grow into your own, you hone your skills, you learn to embrace who you are and find strength in that identity. A big part of my problem is that I've always been a loud, shy person who's bad at masking their emotions. It's very, look at me, okay, wait, but don't. And then, inevitably, when you do, it's too clear how I'm feeling about a situation. Terrified. Over time and without other real options, I've embraced this about myself and tried to make it work. Waiting for things to get better is part of the process of being alive. Time does heal many wounds, but it doesn't work alone. While I wish we all had the luxury of time, you might not. The opportunity you were hoping for might come sooner than you're fully prepared for. That specific chance might not come again. Does this make me a live every day like you're dying person? Hell no. That sounds exhausting. And redundant because, as has been well established, we're always slowly approaching death. Living in a frenzy is no way to live, and despite attempts at a perfect date-night outfit or a perfect New Year's Eve or a perfect book release at the Strand Bookstore on your birthday, no amount of staged photos, thank you Olivia, and metallic number balloons, thank you Nick Anderson, can force a moment into a perfect memory, but I'll still try. There has to be a balance between waiting and preparing, between growth and rest, between living and curating. You can buy your energy while protecting it. You can research and practice while also acknowledging you won't fully know until you try. You may not have a plan, but you can plan ahead. Your most important role might be revealed only moments before it begins. In the meantime, you can be open to the idea and learn something from every experience along the way. Acknowledge that you both do and don't have a lot of time, and then try not to think about it. Everything will be so good so soon, just hang in there and don't worry about it too much. I wish that we all got the same pieces in the same order and could have unlimited time to arrange them. I wish I could give you the piece you feel like you're missing. Sometimes that's almost what advice is. Someone else thinks they can see your puzzle so clearly and is desperate to just give you the answer that worked for them. But life is weird. We're the same but different. Things are unpredictable. The patterns are there, but the recipes are all to taste. And so while learning from family helps, it's not a guarantee. If you haven't been told exactly what to do, it will take trial and error. If you follow exact instructions, you may find that your taste varies. Either way, it's a whole lot of muffins to get through, and then maybe you realize your life was meant to be a cupcake all along. I put that one in for like the Pinterest, Know your audience. If you're extremely patient and do almost nothing else, change does happen. Inching along, gradual shifts in culture around us can bring positive impact to our lives. Hang in there often works. But if you want a head start, whether you're impatient, need practice, or feel time running out, you may need to effect that change for yourself. You can absolutely bake on low, but you'll end up with soft edges unless you turn up the heat. You can change your own world, altering both the ingredients and the method for a head start on whatever pastry you've decided is your future. But it must be a pastry, otherwise I can't understand it. The world is big and you will spend a lot of time in it. Some people get 100 years, others get 30, and in both cases, that's their entire lifetime with no stopping. Waiting for things to improve is sometimes as much as any of us can muster, but time is moving forward throughout. If you get comfortable in the waiting, if you wait too long, if you're picky as you wait for the perfect variables and your most confident, secure self ready to tackle only what you're fully prepared for, you may end up spending more time than planned. In our baking metaphor, too much time in the oven and you'll get burned. Now you're carefully scraping off the edges or drowning everything in icing in hopes that nobody else notices. The good news is that they probably won't notice. We spend a lot of time worrying about what other people are thinking, concerned that they can tell we're freaking out inside, feel underprepared, or don't know what we're talking about. Most of the time, people are so preoccupied with some combination of the same fears that they don't have enough time left to psychoanalyze a person they just met who replied, "Thanks, you too," when they've said, "Enjoy your latte." You've dodged a bullet, and in fact, the bullet doesn't exist at all. Everyone is awkward, everyone is scared, everyone's gonna die eventually. Everyone just wants to make some friends and memories before that happens. Everyone is trying to figure it out. You only get one life, and it's up to you how to live it. You might be focused on travel and discovery, you might be focused on social impact, you might be focused on innovation for the sake of curiosity or wealth or both. You might be chasing fame as a general concept or recognition as a result of great achievement in your industry. You are different from me, and your internal motivation will be your own. Your experiences have shaped you so far, helping mold you into exactly who you need to be to approach the challenges that arise in a way that only you can. You may not feel ready. You may get it wrong. You may get it right, and then 5 years later see clearly that there was another path you totally missed. No pressure. But inaction is action too. You are moving forward regardless. All roads lead somewhere, and in life, all we can hope for is a long, beautiful ride. But it's always a dead end, and that's kind of the point. This book may be a guide, a reminder, or a well-timed suggestion. Read it in any order, though I get more personal as we become acquainted. Pick a phrase to internalize forever or forget it immediately. Flip through the art and reflect on all the bending and folding you've done to become who you are. Breathe in, out, and through. Tear out a page you love. It's all just paper. This book is yours. The past is behind you, and the future is coming soon. You are here. For now.